Aeneas suddenly looks back. Beneath the rock upon his left he sees a broad fortress encircled by a triple wall, and girdled by a rapid flood of flames that rage. Tartarean Phlegethon whirling resounding rocks. A giant gateway stands in front with solid adamantine pillars. No force of man, not even heaven's sons, enough to level these in war. A tower of iron rises in the air. There sits Tisiphone, who wears a bloody mantle. She guards the entrance, sleepless night and day. Both groans and savage scourgings echo there, and then the clang of iron and dragging chains. Aeneas stopped in terror, and the din held him. What kind of crimes are these? Virgin, oh speak, what penalties are paid here? What loud lamentations fill the air? The priestess began, Great captain of the Teucrians, no innocent can cross these cursed thresholds. But when the goddess Hecate made me the guardian of Avernus's groves, then she revealed the penalties the gods decreed, and guided me through all the halls of hell. The king of these harsh realms is Rhadamanthus the Notion. He hears men's crimes and then chastises and compels confession for those guilts that anyone rejoicing hid, but uselessly, within the world above, delaying his atonement till too late, beyond the time of death. Tisiphone at once is the avenger, armed with whips. She leaps upon the guilty, lashing them. In her left hand she grips her gruesome vipers and calls her savage company of sisters. And now at last the sacred doors are opened, their hinges grating horribly. You see what kind of sentry stands before the entrance, what shape is at the threshold. Fiercer still, the monstrous hydra lives inside. Her 50 black mouths are gaping. Tartarus itself then plunges downward, stretching twice as far as is the view to heaven, high Olympus. And here the ancient family of earth, the sons of Titan, who had been cast down by thunderbolts, writhe in the deepest gulf. Here too I saw the giant bodies of the twin sons of Elias, those who tried to rip high heaven with their hands, to harry Jove from his realms above. I saw Salmoneus, how brutal were the penalties he paid for counterfeiting Jove's own fires in the thunders of Olympus. For he drove 4 horses brandishing a torch. He rode triumphant through the tribes of Greece and through the city in the heart of Elis, asking for his own self the honor due to gods. A madman who would mime the tempests and inimitable thunder with the clang of bronze and with the tramp of horn-foot horses. But through the thick cloud banks all-able Jove let fly his shaft. It was no firebrand or smoky glare of torches. An enormous blast of the whirlwind drove Salmoneus headlong. And I saw Tityus, the foster child of earth, mother of all, his body stretched on 9 whole acres, and a crooked-beaked huge vulture feeds upon his deathless liver and guts that only grow the fruits of grief. The vulture has his home deep in the breast of Tityus, and there he tears his banquets, and gives no rest even to new-grown flesh. And must I tell you of Ixion and Pirithous, the Lepithae, of those who always stand beneath a hanging black flint rock that is about to slip, to fall, forever threatening. And there are those who sit before high banquet couches, gleaming upon supports of gold. Before their eyes a feast is spread in royal luxury, but near at hand reclines the fiercest fury. They cannot touch the tables lest she leap with lifted torch and thundering outcries. And here are those who in their lives had hated their brothers, or who had struck their father, or deceived a client, or the thickest swarm, had brooded all alone on new won treasure, and set no share apart for kin and friends. Those slain for their adultery, those who followed rebellious arms or broke their pledge to masters, imprisoned, all await their punishment. And do not ask of me what penalty, what shape or fate has overwhelmed their souls. For some are made to roll a giant boulder, and some are stretched along the spokes of wheels. Sad Theseus has to sit and sit forever. And miserable Phlegyas warns them all. His roaring voice bears witness through the darkness. Be warned, learn justice, do not scorn the gods. Here is one who sold his fatherland for gold and set a tyrant over it. He made and unmade laws for gain. This one assailed the chamber of his daughter and compelled forbidden mating. All dared horrid evil and reached what they had dared. 100 tongues, 100 mouths, an iron voice were not enough for me to gather all the forms of crime or tell the names of all the torments. So did the aged priestess of Apollo speak, and she adds, but come now, on your way, complete the task you chose. Let us be quick. I see the walls the Cyclops forged, the gates with arching fronts, where we were told to place our gifts. She has spoken. Side by side they move along the shaded path, and hurrying across the space between, they near the doors. Aeneas gains the entrance, and he sprinkles his body with fresh water. Then he sets the bough across the threshold facing them.